What's going on, guys? It's Greg here today. I'm bringing you a Black Ops Cold War gameplay commentary. This is a 120-7 on the map Standoff, playing a little 12v12 action. Using the Krig 6, 8 attachments, the Microflex LED, regular steady aim laser, Ranger barrel, I believe it is, and the infantry compensator, as well as a 50-round mag, regular mag, non-speed mag, airborne wrap, and raider stock. So that would be the class setup. My secondary is the DeWild Amp 63. Ever since I unlocked that thing, it's pretty nice. So off the start of the game, I'm running here really aggressive. I thought I heard the guy coming around the corner there, but it turned out he was running below. Ended up turning on this guy. So what I did there was I ran to cover real quick because I knew he was going to try to run me down with those akimbos, and I just came right back out on COD timing whenever he came out because I know there's a delay on akimbo weapons from firing, so I was able to go ahead and take him down. And now I'm pretty much just going to anchor, hold them in their spawn. That's what I like to do a lot of the time whenever I'm playing this 12v12 mosh pit. Is I'm just trying to hold map control, right? Trying to be on the front lines and just sitting there waiting at cover and trying to keep the enemies in their spawn so that way teammates can move up on the map as well as hold the flags, and overall we can rack up some streaks and stuff of that nature. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I end up taking this guy out. Now, one of the things I want to make mention of is in 12v12 Mosh Pit, I tend to not really play this game mode too much, and the main reason being is there's a lot of snipers in here, and it gets really frustrating to try to streak up if you're going to be playing against a lot of one-shot, one-kill weapons, just because they're going to end your streak. So yeah, that's one thing. There's a lot of snipers in here, and also this game has a really slow time to kill compared to Modern Warfare 2019, which this game mode would have been really nice in Modern Warfare 2019, but the problem is that since in this game, like I said, the time to kill is much slower, these maps are really small compared to the ones that were in Modern Warfare, and overall 12v12 is just, it feels a little too chaotic sometimes to take on multiple enemies, especially if you're the only teammate over there, whatnot, and if some of them are snipers, like I said, they're just going to instantly kill you. So yeah, it gets a little bit tough in this playlist to play by yourself, as well as map control can be really hard to control, especially if you get 4 people pushing you from one lane. So it's just really a chaotic mosh pit, hard to control, but if you can get a good lobby occasionally every once in a while, then you can do it pretty well. So some tips I have for you guys in this playlist are going to be, you kind of don't want to just push the enemy spawn, and I mean this goes for pretty much any game mode. I personally do not believe in, pushing enemy spawns, and the main reason for this is I like to hold enemies into their spawn, and the main reason that I think that is more important than just running into the enemy spawn is so that way you can hold map control and you don't flip spawns. The main reason you don't want to flip spawns is so you're not being shot in the back. You can control every situation you're in, which is going to allow you to streak up a lot more, and it's also going to lead to higher scoring games. If you're not really so much caring about getting high scoring games where you're maximizing your kills, minimizing your deaths, and winning the game, then I would say by all means, you can go ahead and push spawns. But I don't recommend it just because for me, I'm trying to maximize my kills and minimize my deaths while also still winning the match. So the 3 streaks, like I said, I was running in this gameplay: the strafe run, the VTOL escort, and the gunship. You guys are probably wondering why I'm not running something like a harp, and the main reason being is you pretty much know where everybody's going to be in this 12v12 mosh pit if you understand the spawn system. So spawns in Domination, they're going to spawn at their home flag, and there's some spawn pockets around that home flag, such as whenever they're spawning here at C, they're going to be spawning at the gas station, which is where the ammo station is. You're going to be spawning in the pocket that's down to the right of where you see right now. You're spawning over there at the little farm hut. A lot of different things will be spawning out on this map, and you can see the spawns in this gunship right now that I'm talking about. All the enemies are just spawning in at those spots, so you can pretty much tell where the enemies are going to be spawning at based off of your teammate's location on the minimap, as well as your location too, because you're going to influence where the enemies are as well. So if you look at the minimap, you'll be able to see your teammates' positioning, and let's say all your teammates are pushed up on the left side, no one's at the gas station, then they're most likely going to be spawning in that little farm hut that I am over right now at C, like directly on the C flag, or they're going to be spawning at the gas station. That's just kind of how it is. So positioning is everything, and that's why I tend to pretty much sit in the middle of the front lines, I guess you could say, like defending the B flag or pushing up a little bit past the B flag and just holding out the enemies in their spawn. Just so that way, like I said, I can maximize those kills, minimize those deaths, and make sure that I'm an important asset on the map, making sure that we are holding spawns and that there are no spawn flips happening so we have map control. And that's pretty much how I like to play Domination. You guys will see that in a lot of these Domination gameplays that I have saved up on my hard drive that I'll be bringing you guys, especially in Combined Arms. It's the same way. Just try to hold map control, and that is just honestly one of the most important things you guys can do in any match. So as for some tips about weapons you might want to use in this playlist, the Krig is probably not one of them. The main reason I was using the Krig this gameplay is just because I've been really just feeling this gun lately and having a lot of fun with it. If you guys don't know, the Krig is actually one of the lowest time to kill, or I should say highest time to kill guns in the entire game. And what I mean by this is it kills the slowest. I believe this is the slowest killing gun in the entire game, and the main reason for that is because it's pretty much like a Modern Warfare 2 ACR with this attachment setup. If you have the Field Agent foregrip or the Spetsnaz grip, whatever it's called, and then you have the Infantry Compensator, you can pretty much have zero recoil on this gun. So yeah, the Krig is just one of those guns that is just meant for easy use, easy access for anyone to pick up and use. But it's also really good in the higher levels of play because, well, you can just focus on aiming. You don't really have to focus on any sort of recoil control. Now, teammate calls up a harp, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this to start pushing the enemies so I could get on a longer streak. So pretty much that brown building that I was sitting up in, the main reason I was sitting there was just to try to pick people off as they're going towards B. Again, not really trying to flip spawns or anything like that, just trying to hold the enemies out. So that's the main reason that I was sitting up there. It's a really good spot, but the enemies will catch up onto you at some point, and you know, they'll start trying to counter snipe you or try to get some cheeky angles on you, and it becomes a game of like cat and mouse. Obviously, you're the mouse, and they are the cats trying to hunt you down. So you might want to switch up your position a little bit, maybe get out of that building, go on a little flank or something like that. But really, the keys to staying alive in Black Ops Cold War is really just feeling out the timing on this game. Like, that is just my personal opinion on how you guys can stay alive a lot more and maybe go on higher streaks, get some nuclears, stuff like that. The main reason I say you want to feel it out is right here. Like, I get a couple kills, I don't see anyone pushing, I'm going to go ahead and slide to cover. It's one of the things I'm always trying to use cover. Even though I'm not on cover here, there's still a barrel in front of me that I can kind of use as an angle of cover. And you guys will see that I always tend to stick to that. And always ledge slide whenever you go out of a window. Right here, I'm going to, again, pretty much always slide towards cover and try to play around cover. I do slide cancel in this game, but not so much to engage gunfights. Sometimes if I'm trying to engage an angle where there might be someone holding it, I will, but majority of the time that I am slide canceling, it's really just to get the cover, and then so that way I can be ready on that piece of cover, come up real quick, and be able to gunfight. So you guys will see right here, we're just playing the game of head glitch versus head glitch here, and got a win those. This Krig makes it very easy to win those, especially landing headshots. The Krig is such a good gun if you can land some headshots. So right here, again, just going to engage this guy, and at this point, these are those gunfights you gotta win if you want to push up the map and try to get some flanks off as well as get more kills. So right here, just waiting for the perfect time to shoot at that guy. Don't shoot at somebody unless you know you have the perfect angle on them, so that way you can make sure that they are not going to try to outplay you or attract any unnecessary attention. Gonna go ahead and drop my jammer. The reason I love jammers in this 12v12 playlist is there are so many trophy systems, bouncing betties, field mics, all that kind of stuff. It just disables all those field upgrades whenever you place it down, so such a great equipment to run in close quarters. No reason to use the Krig, because the Krig, again, one of the worst time to kills in the game. Most people will probably be using subs or Kimbo pistols as well, so I'll pull my Kimbos right there. And now I have a VTOL escort to finish off the game. So one of the reasons that I was playing this playlist is because kill streaks tend to do a lot more damage in this playlist, and if I'm playing something like 6v6, the enemies have a ton of spawn protection, and they will just go ahead from cover, or I should say they will spawn in, they won't be able to be killed by streaks, and then they'll just go in a building and they'll have cover from your streaks. So streaks are pretty much really bad in this game, the lethal ones, just because how many buildings are on these maps and how much spawn protection the enemies have. So I highly recommend, if you want more kills, play Combined Arms Mosh Pit, play 12v12. 12v12 Hardcore is a lot of fun too, if you're looking for more kill streak kills, just because, well, like I said, there's more people to be killed, so that way, the ridiculous spawn protection and millions of buildings on these maps, there might be some more people outside for you to kill with your kill streak. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.
This